Hey, this is Jordan,
This is Oli.
and welcome to the Real Cut podcast, where we give you our unfiltered take on life.
Welcome, everybody.
So, how are you?
I'm doing well.
You've had quite the last couple days,
Uh,
last week or so.
yeah, we had a little bit of a break. Things have been crazy,
Yeah.
in good and bad ways,
Yes. Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
Definitely got hit again in my car.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I can't believe it. Like this just happened.
Yeah. I love how everybody just keeps looking at me like, "Are you a bad driver?" Like at this point, like two accidents in a little over a month, and it's an understandable question, but
Yeah,
both
because
of
that
them.
is like a little
It's
crazy.
a little crazy, like,
Yeah.
what is the luck, right? But both of them, I was at no fault whatsoever. Insurances have also even agreed, you know what I mean? So I
Right.
can say that very
Yeah.
confidently,
Yeah.
and not even in a mean way towards the other people, but just that's
Mm-hmm.
what it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
And it's just crazy at this point because it's like, I almost think I just need to start
I
Ubering.
mean, I'm glad you're still alive.
Same, yeah. Like,
My gosh.
Frankie's been amazed, working out with him lately. Like, we go at the same time and kind of,
Uh-huh.
like, just motivate each other.
Yeah.
And but we work out separately, right? But
Mm-hmm.
it's kinda like, "Hey, I hope to see you there," type deal.
Yeah.
And, I've just been feeling a little under the weather, like, you
Mm-hmm.
maybe hear it in my voice. It's just
Mm-hmm.
more nasal congestion, stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And moving into a new place also, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm. Exciting.
Eh,
Great.
very ex
Stressful though.
very stressful,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And I think that's part of it too, is just your body kind of breaks down. But we were texting last night and I was telling him I wasn't feeling very good, but I was going to go to bed. And this morning I got up and I went to the gym and I texted him like, good morning and
Mm-hmm.
everything. And then nothing from him. And then I sent him a gif like shaking somebody, like trying to
Uh-huh.
wake him up,
Yeah. Yeah.
And he texted me, he's like, I was like, did you think I wasn't going to come just because I
Right.
was feeling a little sniffly? And he was like,
Right.
yeah, I was like, you don't understand, man. Like,
It's like you don't know me.
exactly.
Clearly.
I was like, it takes a lot to
Yeah.
put me down. Like,
Right.
yeah.
You pretty much have to have like a fever
Yeah,
or
exactly.
throwing up.
Yeah, I'd have to have something that really debilitated me. But other than that, yeah, I mean, things need to get done. You got to
Mm-hmm.
go. So I got the gym in the morning, which was
Mm-hmm.
awesome. I love doing that and getting that out of the way.
Yep.
And then took Lyle to school.
Mm-hmm.
Went home and started packing up, and I've just been moving over to my new place all day and kind of setting things up.
Mm-hmm.
So I installed my washer and dryer and made sure nothing was leaking, all that stuff. Made sure the
Mm-hmm.
dryer was venting properly and also was heating up. Um, I got a water heater installed today as well,
Oh,
which was
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
So we'll have a new one there. And then started like the design process, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is part of like my favorite part.
Right.
Um,
That's why I got you that gift card.
no, yeah, I'm very excited. I have plans
Which
for it.
also you had a birthday.
Yes. Yeah, no, it's been crazy. I turned 41 just a couple days ago
I
as well.
know.
And thank you, by the way, for throwing me the best birthday party ever.
Uh,
It was amazing.
I'm sure it wasn't the best one ever, but it was
Well, I
fun.
mean,
And I
I don't
couldn't
know.
do the sheet cake because I
Well,
didn't want to mess up their parking lot.
oh
I
yeah.
actually worked really hard to try to find somewhere where I could
I was
blast
waiting
you with
for
a
it
sheet cake.
all
No,
night.
I trust me, I like try but I'm like it would be in someone's parking lot.
Right.
And if it was the summer, like we could just do it at a park.
Right.
There was literally nowhere that I could think of.
Dang.
So just know I thought about it. I did try.
All right. That's fair. That's fair. I was wondering, like, I honestly, like, I
I'm
wasn't gonna
just
say
gonna,
anything
you know
because I
what?
didn't want to ruin it, but
Can I
also at the
just do
same
it
time,
later in the summertime?
yeah. How about
I'm just gonna.
we have like a cake off?
I didn't say I wanted. I told you I didn't.
I know.
I'm just
That's
gonna
fair.
get you, and you won't know. I
That's
don't need a
fine.
reason for it.
No, that's fine.
I'm just gonna. Yeah,
Yeah, just cake me.
excellent. Okay.
Yeah, it'll be awesome.
Yeah, because I was probably more disappointed than you. I was really looking
Really?
forward
Yeah,
to that.
I thought it was gonna happen for sure. I kept like looking at everybody, like looking in their
Yeah,
eyes, like seeing like, do you know what's going
yeah,
on? Like, do you know like which one of you is gonna do it? Like,
I
that's why
know.
I circled the table. I was looking around to see if there was like a hidden cake somewhere. I was like,
No, just a regular one.
yeah. Well, and you did such a great job. Um, I, I guess like I'm just a simple guy. I don't know if because like to me it was a great party.
Yeah.
You invited great people that I really care about. And not that more people couldn't have been there, of course. I love a lot
Mm-hmm.
of people in the world, but these people were very great people, and
You kind of
It
had
was
your close circle there.
exactly,
Yeah.
yeah, and it was really nice to be able to hang out with everybody, and you guys all get to meet each other as well and kind of mingle because
Hmm.
you all are different veins of me in a
Right.
sense. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And
I'm your jugular.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Keeps me
Wait,
going.
that's not a vein. I'm
Is
an
it?
artery though, for sure.
Oh, okay. Arteries and veins are different, aren't
Yeah.
they? Yeah. Okay. For a second I was like, wait a minute. No, you're right. You're right. But yeah, so it was great. I had a blast. I loved
Hmm.
going around the table and just getting to spend time with each person, a little
Yeah.
bit, which was awesome.
Yeah.
Um, and I felt very like cared for and
Hmm.
appreciated. So I mean, it
Hmm.
was great. It
Yeah.
was awesome. Yeah, thank you
Good.
so
I'm
much.
so glad.
Yeah,
Of
it was great. It
course.
was great. I love my Han Solo card.
Oh, good.
Yeah, perfect.
Yes.
Nailed it.
I was like, oh, Star Wars.
Yeah,
There we
yeah, that's perfect.
go.
So we had all those things going on, and then
Hmm.
we also had the Energize and Elevate since last
Yeah,
time we've been on here as
that's
well.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which was well, I'll let you take that one because
Yeah.
that's kind of your
It was
baby.
great. Actually, right before this, I got done with our debriefing meeting where we went over the post-event surveys,
Mm.
where we, went through what went right. Wow.
Been hanging out with me too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What went right?
What went
Why is
right?
that really hard to
What?
say?
Because it's like three, and it's not three
What
W's, but it almost is.
mer-
What
mer-
went right?
what went
Because
what?
right does have a W if you're writing, right? But not are you right?
Oh,
Um,
but yeah, so we
but
went
yes,
over that. We
right.
went over what went wrong
What went wrong?
and what we should add, change, take away next time. So it was
Cool.
really good. Everybody that came, I mean, honestly, like on a scale of 1 to 5, the
Hmm.
attendees rated everything 4s or 5s. The only thing that got a 3 was the AV because the venue's AV was faulty.
I remember that. Yeah.
And so then we just knew next time we'll hire an AV crew.
Right.
Costs more, but we can't have that happen again. So
Right. To have it on
that got a
point.
3, kind of a median 3, but the other ones 4 and 5.
Awesome.
In fact, I can read what
Yeah. Let's hear
there was
some.
a few things. Well, I'll read the ones about you because
Oh, really?
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know there were any
So,
about. I didn't. I just thought about the event.
well, I asked
We
about
can
you
definitely hear about me. I love that.
in the post-event
My favorite
survey.
subject.
I specifically ask about every speaker.
Oh, cool.
And
Okay.
so I asked people to rate you and if they wanted to give additional comments. I know. And so
Okay.
every
How did I
speaker
rate out?
literally got 4 or 5.
Really? You're like, except for you, you
Yours
got it.
was oh, let me get it. Hang on. Let's see.
No worries. People
Um,
listening in the cars or home or wherever you are, Jordan's just searching through her phone right now for the poll.
yeah, it's frustrating because it's not showing up, but
That happens. That's okay.
well,
Yeah, you
that's
can
okay.
step off and grab your laptop if you
All
want.
right.
That's okay.
Okay.
I
I
can
will.
continue talking. We're going to hear about how the Energize and Elevate went. It was a great event. We talked about how to balance body and mind and soul. That's not correct. But I mean, in a way. But overall, it was about balancing yourself with working out, eating healthy habits, and keeping work balance as well, which can be hard for anybody, whether you're a entrepreneur or somebody who just works for somebody else in general.
Exactly. Yeah. So we got great reviews. Everyone's so
Awesome.
excited for next year, and the main thing is everyone said they left inspired
Perfect.
and motivated,
That's
and that
awesome.
was our
That's the
top
main goal.
objective.
Yeah.
So we had for you, we had mostly 5, like 10 5s and 3 4s for you, which is really
Nice.
good.
Nailed
So
it.
your median was 4.6, which is excellent. Like most companies want at least this wasn't in tens, but like at least
Oh, okay.
70% rating is very good. So
Okay.
yours was
Nice.
very good. Okay, so
What'd I do?
we had 3 comments about you because it was
Okay.
optional. Oli did a great job sprinkling in some humor and wisdom of his own while mostly allowing the speakers to shine. So that's like perfect. That's exactly
That's what I
what
wanted
a
to do.
moderator,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's awesome.
He did great and was better on the second panel. I wish he had a few more follow-up questions or let the conversation feel more organic. It was too structured to get the most out of the guests. So
That's
those are
good.
things that are not on you, that they're on just like us as planners.
Right. But
Yeah.
still, that's good information to know as well.
Yeah. And maybe on the second panel, you were just warmed up by that.
I was way more warmed up. I
Yeah.
was so like I was shaking the first panel.
Oh,
Like, oh yeah.
really?
So like I kept like trying to hold my arms close to my legs
Yeah.
because my hands kept shaking.
Oh, yeah. You did so well. I mean, nobody would know. Like,
Yeah.
everyone just thought you did so great.
That's good.
And then this person, no feedback. He did a good job for what he's intended to do. Smiley face.
Love it.
So I know. So
Yeah.
you're a huge hit. And everyone's like, oh my gosh, he was so good. So
It was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was. Well, this whole last year has been about challenging myself and doing things that are scary, and that was definitely like
I
really
know,
scary for me.
moderating a panel in front of 100 people. I mean, look
Yeah.
at you now.
Pretty awesome. No, but it was a
Yeah.
lot of like as scary as it was after it was done. And I think a lot of things are like this, right? It felt great. It was very
Mhm.
invigorating. I was like, I want to do that again.
Yes.
Like I could totally do
Yes.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And I see a lot how you say it was like when you said one thing that really locked me in is when you were like, it's just like the podcast. And that
Yes.
helped out a lot.
And how did it feel? I mean, you kind of could,
Oh yeah, by the second
I
round,
mean, really, even just this experience that we do, it makes
mhm,
us better for that environment, you
I would
know?
agree.
Mhm.
Yeah, because we're keeping up a conversation,
Mhm.
and, learning when to pause, when to speak, those kind of things. Um,
Yeah.
I yeah, it was a lot of fun. I would like to do it again. The second time
Mhm.
around, like I liked how I introduced it as Ollie's Corner. Like, yeah.
Yeah, that was so
Yeah,
fun.
and I was definitely feeling the groove at that point.
I thought you looked great on the first one too, but yeah,
Yeah.
somebody picked up that the second one you were like a little more.
Oh yeah, they nailed it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
I
thought it was
still thought
great.
I did a great job. I mean, I
You
still
did,
thought I
yeah.
had a lot of fun on the first ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did a great job. You guys did a great job with the whole of it. It was so
Mhm.
good.
It was fun.
It
It was
was
really fun. So, yeah, we're very excited for maybe doing that one in a year, but we are
awesome.
going to come up with a different theme for a different event, a totally different event for our next one.
Okay, so
So,
not like another Energize and Elevate.
we'll do that in 2026.
Okay,
Yeah. So we'll
perfect.
do that one yearly.
Okay,
Mhm.
and then you're gonna do another one as
Mhm.
well.
Yeah, we'll just do different events throughout the year.
I love it.
So the last one before Energize and Elevate was Chaos to Canvas.
Right, which
So
went
like
really
totally
great.
different event. Yeah.
Right.
So we're just having fun and experimenting with what the community wants and likes and shows up for.
Do you have anything like what's the next one? Can we get any
So
taste of?
Tuesday is our planning
Okay,
session.
okay.
So we're gonna be
Darn.
spitballing. So because if I came up with some things I like, they'll probably totally change by Tuesday as
I get that.
we all do our creative planning. So
Yeah, and kind of mold
so
together.
not next Monday, but the one after, I'll have maybe a little sneak peek.
Ooh, okay. I think we'll all be
Yeah.
very excited to hear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that was fun. And then a week from yesterday, we did something.
Yesterday?
A week behind.
Oh,
a
our
week
half
earlier than
marathon.
yesterday.
Yeah, I was like, well, we ran. I was like the big tree because there was a
The big
giant tree.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
yeah.
down.
So yeah, we were running. I should put that one on our Instagram actually.
Yeah, you should.
But yeah, yesterday on our 4 mile,
Hmm.
there's one of the biggest trees I've seen fall
It was absolutely huge.
in a long time.
Right.
The huge tree. And then like I was trying to describe to Mike, like it was like up to my chest, like if I was standing in front of it, like we had to like,
Oh, easily.
yeah. And then I didn't even want to jump down in the middle of it. Like we walked down and it was still like really high
It was
up.
still really high up.
Yeah,
It was
that
it was a really
crazy.
thick tree, which means I guess that it's a really old tree as well,
Mhm.
right? Because
Yeah.
every year is thickness.
That tree was just done with life.
It must have been because I don't
It's
think
like,
like
kill me now.
you were saying on the run, kill me now. You were saying on the run that I mean you were right. There were no ice storms or
Mhm.
windstorms that I can remember or
It was
anything.
just
It was just
over it.
done.
It
Yeah,
was
because it was
just,
broken too, like right at the
yeah,
base. It wasn't
yeah,
like it came out in the ground.
yeah,
Like it's crazy. But it was
yeah.
huge, yeah. And then the week prior to
Oh,
that,
yes.
yes, we ran a half marathon,
Mm-hmm.
freezing conditions,
25 degrees and 27 by the time we were done.
beautiful. Came back with icicles on our bodies,
Yeah.
literally.
Oh, yeah. Like I had frozen, like, because it's also misty in the air.
Right.
So all this moisture is like hitting our hair and eyelashes and clothes and then freezes immediately.
I wonder if our perspiration,
Oh,
because
I'm
we
sure
probably
too.
steam. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
probably, I
yeah,
wonder
yeah.
if that as well.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
yeah, that
it
was really
crazy.
fun.
It was a lot of fun. I
Yeah.
can't believe I forgot my headphones and raw dogged that whole thing. Like
Oh
went through the
my
whole,
gosh, I know.
yeah.
I'm so sorry. I listened
But
to a book that my friend gave me called Tribe of Millionaires.
Oh,
which
nice.
you need to read it. I think I recommended
I
it
think you
on here.
did. I need to go on still. I got some great recommendations on there. I
Mm-hmm.
made a post about needing some audiobooks. I have some
Yeah.
audio credits. So if you guys want to go in the comments section, go ahead and
Yeah.
give me some options.
Yep.
But I did see that, and
Mhm.
that's one of the ones I'm going to download.
Yeah. Yeah. It was really, really good. I bought the physical book, but then I was like, I had an Audible credit. I'm like, I'm just going to
Yeah.
pick up because I had already started reading some of it. So I just picked up where I left off and listened to it on there. And,
Nice.
but yeah, I felt bad without your headphones.
Nah,
but
I mean, it's a good lesson.
and I guess I could have given you one, but I was like, not starting at the beginning of the book. So I'm
No,
like,
yeah, it wouldn't have made sense.
It wouldn't have made sense.
No, I think
So,
you did. I would have done the same. I mean, it was okay to run without it. It was a beautiful day
Mhm.
out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I say you know what I mean a lot.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
It comes from sales. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyways,
It's like, no, I do not know what you mean.
that's what and then I'll further explain. My autism loves that. I'm like, let me explain this to you. I would
Hey, as long
love
as
to
you're
over explain.
explaining and not mansplaining, I'm
That's
fine.
where I
I
get
am
dangerous.
fine with that.
That's where because I never mean to tiptoe in that area, but sometimes I
Mhm.
dabble a little bit and I don't mean
Yeah.
to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a
So,
dangerous. But I think that happens. My favorite is when a girl mansplains to me.
okay, how does that work?
The same way, either way. Because
Uh-huh.
anytime somebody really mansplaining is somebody explaining something that's obvious or that person
Mhm.
knows, right? And
Right.
it happens when it's a man to a girl,
Mhm.
typically, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that can happen in reverse too. A girl can explain
Yeah.
something to a guy that a guy is like, as adults, we should all know. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I just love laughing about it because when it happens, you'd be like, "Are you mansplaining this to me?" And the girl always looks
Yeah.
at you like, "What?" And it's pretty rare.
Yeah.
It's not something that happens often,
Right.
but
Good
it
to
is.
know. Good to know.
Yeah,
Yeah, I never thought about that, but that's got to be true.
yeah. I mean, it can go
Mhm.
both ways.
Yeah,
What
exactly.
would you? So if it's not mansplaining, what would it be?
Womansplaining. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that would be the most logical
Yeah.
explanation of it.
Mhm.
All right, I
So
like it. What were
that's
we
what I
talking
would
about
call it.
before that?
The marathon, the
That's
half
right.
marathon. Yeah.
I was like, how did we get to mansplaining?
Yeah. I mean, we hadn't ran 13 miles since the Ironman
It had been some
in
time.
July. And I know that was obviously over 70-mile race. So
Right.
I knew, but it's like we hadn't done it. Like we did a
Yeah.
9-mile practice, which was good and it
Which
went
was good.
fine. So it gave me, I was like, I know we can do it. But
Well, and I think that the whole prior year of all the Ironman training
mm-hmm.
definitely gave us a leg up. But I agree with
Mm-hmm.
you that there were nerves
Mm-hmm.
of knowing I hadn't done it in a couple months.
Right.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
we started swimming lessons
Yes,
to
we've been so
prepare for the
busy.
Ironman. I know.
Yes. Oh, the
It's
swimming
been a lot to
lessons.
juggle. I mean, I know we talk on here about juggling business life. So, but we
Yeah.
added in swim lessons somehow. And
Yeah.
I feel like we're like 6.
I know. We're
6.
doing swim lessons.
But we are.
But we are, and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love hate it.
Right. I know.
Because
It's like scary.
okay, it is a
I've
little
done 2
scary.
and you did your first one, so that was my second one with you. So
Yeah, which was great.
our teacher's awesome.
She's amazing.
She's so great.
She puts things really well
Mhm.
as far as when she's explaining stuff, and she's very patient, which I appreciate because I need that. And it's like it's
She
funny
doesn't
how
mansplain it,
no.
which is nice.
Well, she's there to explain it. So
Yeah.
anything,
Yeah, but it's like she doesn't make us feel dumb for it.
agreed. Yeah.
And we were like, we're like little kids. We're like holding onto the edge together,
Kicking our
practicing
feet.
breathing.
Yeah. One of the hardest things ever, which just seems like it shouldn't be, is just blowing out with our nose
Uh-huh. And then
underwater.
lifting up and breathing in and then
Air.
back in.
Yeah.
Like it's not
so
multiple
simple.
breaths above.
No.
It's simple,
You
but
breathe
it's
where you
hard
should,
to
you blow
do.
out where you should.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's like,
yeah.
yeah.
I kept blowing out my mouth.
Okay.
I don't know
kept
why.
breathing. I didn't do that, but I was doing other things. I kept
Yeah.
getting water up my nose and stuff. Yeah.
I was getting water up my nose.
Mhm.
I would go to breathe out my mouth and then my nose, and then my mouth would inflate. And then I would try to like repurpose it back up through the nose or however,
It
like
just
whatever.
does not come
It just doesn't. And then
naturally.
like you were saying, I would go out to breathe and then the water
Mhm.
would hit and I'd get a little in my nose then, and then I'd drink a little water too. Like I
Mhm.
was burping afterwards in the
Mhm.
car and I was like, oh.
Yeah,
was gross.
you like swallowed some
A little,
water.
not on purpose,
I
but I was like,
know.
like pool water. Let's hear
Yeah.
it.
But
Yeah.
when I tell people that we're starting to learn that, people are
Yes.
like, "Wait, what?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we swam over a mile in the Willamette with like without knowing how to put our faces in the water." Like,
Right.
and everyone's like people tell you, "Oh, you could float on your bed," blah, blah. Like, not
Well,
really. That
I mean,
I
I
did
did.
for a lot of it, but it was
Right.
really hard
It was,
for
yeah.
me.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
it's not easy. Like that's the thing. People are like, "Oh, a
Hmm.
bag of Doritos just floated down in 23 minutes." It's like,
Yeah,
well, the
but
bag of
we're
Doritos doesn't have to
also
like
not full of air. Like,
exactly. I'm
and we
like the
weigh
bag of
like a
it's
hundred
so
and
much
some
more
pounds.
buoyant.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. So,
And that's what I've the same thing. Like I've been telling people, "Oh, I have swim lessons," and they're
hmm.
like, "What do you mean you have swim lessons?" And I'm
Yeah,
like, "Well, I could swim to save your life,
yeah.
and I could drag you in because I learned to swim as a lifeguard."
Uh-huh.
But competition swimming is
It's
completely different.
totally different. I
Completely
know.
different. So
Yeah,
different.
like we lived, but like we were, it's like we couldn't even race. We were just trying to
No.
survive it. And so
Right.
this year we're going to be able to swim properly. I'm so excited. I mean, we're
Mhm.
not even close to there yet,
Nope.
but we will be. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, and it
That's the game
hopefully will
plan.
encourage adults that don't know how to swim. Like there are adult swim teachers that are very good.
Oh, they're
And it's
amazing.
like,
Yeah.
don't be ashamed. Like you and I were
Oh,
paddling
yeah.
and breathing on the edge like little 2-year-olds,
Yeah.
but
Using the little board.
who cares, man? Our goal is important. So,
Absolutely. And it's
yeah.
about any way you can get to where you
Yeah,
need
the
to go, you know.
kickboards.
The kickboards. That's like that's what
I'm
made
like,
me feel like
oh
a
my
little
gosh,
kid.
those grown ass adults
Yeah,
with
they're
their
like,
little
what are they doing?
kickboards. Yeah.
That's
Who
totally that's
cares though?
I don't care. Because you know what? Like you
We're
said, we're
doing a
gonna get out.
70-mile race, so they can.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Because anybody else who doesn't, I mean, like that's what like big things like this take big preparations,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And then even as like a business owner and things like that, I've learned that as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure even as an event coordinator, you've probably learned that,
Mm-hmm.
right? To make a
Mm-hmm.
big event, you have to do big
Yeah.
preparations for it.
Mm-hmm.
And or even just small ones as well, I guess, on that same side of that, because like I love that we're going down to critique, okay, where are we weak here? You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And I
Right.
know like both of us were feeling in the swimming area as far as putting
Mm-hmm.
our head down,
Yeah.
right? I
Right.
know we're both feeling the same as far as biking, the actual
Mm-hmm.
course.
Yeah.
Like Minto Brown, we
Which
got
we'll
all
start
day,
that soon.
but
Yeah.
the actual course with that hill, oh,
Yeah, that was so hard. I
it
mean,
was
that
so,
was so hard. And
yeah.
even more, it's like I slowed a lot of bikers down
Hmm.
and they were like telling me to get off my bike and walk to the side.
Yeah.
Like that's really sucky. I was just
Yeah.
like, I didn't even know how to stop. Because I was up a hill and I'm just like trying not to fall over. It was
Right. You're trying to
so
keep momentum
horrible.
because it is like a
Yeah.
hill. Like it's not a slow incline or
Mm-hmm.
anything.
Yeah.
It's very steep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'll be kind of if we just focus on the swim and the bike,
Right.
which I'm a little stronger in swim, you're a little stronger in the bike, but really, like, I feel like
We'll equal out.
I'm not great at swimming either, but I will be.
Yeah.
We're just going to work on it. We know our focus areas. We just did a half
Absolutely.
marathon. Well, okay, we're good there.
Yeah.
Like we'll keep our Sunday run day,
Absolutely. Yeah. Gotta keep
but
that going.
yeah, but yeah.
Yeah.
So we know our focus
Well, and
areas.
then yeah, the closer we get, we'll add in the 2-a-days, or not the 2-a-days, but the stacked workouts,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
The biking and then the
Yep. Oh,
running.
the bricks. Yeah.
Yeah, the bricks. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because we'll have to get the legs just used to being tired. I love
Mm-hmm.
that our coach specifically helps out with triathletes.
I know.
Because she knew how to teach us to keep our like when she addressed that specifically, hey, I'm going to teach you how to keep your legs good for the biking
Mm-hmm.
and running. That was so
Yes.
smart.
Yeah.
You know?
Teaching us how to, do it with keeping our legs as like, just not getting too tired, I
Yeah,
guess, not
absolutely.
kicking too hard. And it's a different type of stroke in the triathlon and in
Mhm.
the river and in a race than like a long race rather than a
Like a short
quick little
burst.
sprint,
Yeah.
Whereas, once we get more advanced, we could learn those because for the sprint triathlons in the pool,
Right. It would make
we
sense.
can implement that. But
Yeah, for those
the
500s.
Ironman's kind of our more priority.
That's like the big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Absolutely.
excited. I'm excited for that.
I know. I can't wait.
I'm really
I'm excited. I'm nervous.
Oh yeah.
But still, like
I
looking
still
forward to
can't. I will never forget the feeling of getting into the river.
it. Yeah.
That
That's
was
a lot.
so hard. I was like, I just got to do this. Oh, it was so awful.
I know. I'm getting like sweaty palms thinking about it right
I
now.
know.
Yeah, like the getting into the river, feeling it move you, which was fine. Actually, that didn't
Mhm.
even like really scare me very much, the movement. It was watching everybody leave me. And then like the
Like,
race
once you're in the
day,
water?
yeah, so
Oh,
like
yeah.
race day, there were so many people out.
Mhm.
I calmed down so much.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because I knew that I would be able to keep myself afloat.
Mhm. Yeah.
If I needed help, I could somebody would be there and I could keep myself afloat
Mhm.
long enough, right?
Yeah.
But when it was just us with the
Mhm.
practicing and like
Oh,
boats are
the
out there,
practicing.
yeah, those were the days
Yes.
that really got to me. And um, just because I think like I'd never done the river before, and then
Mhm.
also like we were just alone because like we're talking about all the other people were doing that head down
I
swimming and they were gone.
know. I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But that's I mean, but I'm still looking forward to it. I think like that's why we're
Mhm.
getting into it.
Yeah.
So the day of is when like that got you going. Like
Yeah, I was really nervous to, like, as we got closer to the river, I was just
mm,
like, "Oh my gosh, what am I doing?"
I know, right?
Yeah.
Well, and you went off by yourself too. I was still with Casey at
Yeah.
that point.
Mhm.
And
I was
so
in the time that I thought I would, but they passed me, so I
yeah,
should have gone in a slower time.
that's okay.
No, it wasn't too bad, but yeah,
Yeah.
they passed me for sure.
Yeah. That's all right. I mean, I got passed by a bunch of people too that were looking to be like, come on. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you.
Right.
I'm just trying to live.
Yeah, don't mind me.
Like,
I'm just
yeah,
trying to.
I'm just trying to make this mile and a half right now so I can
Yeah.
get on I can do everything else I know I'm good at.
Yeah.
Like, cause yeah, I knew the biking and the running, it would be over after that.
We might not
Um,
be so lucky with weather this year because it was like in the 70s.
yeah,
Yeah, because it's in July.
I
Remember
know.
the time where we watched Mari finish? It
Hmm.
was like in the 80s.
Yeah,
It was like so sweltering.
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at
We
that
were
memory
lucky.
came up. Mari posted
Yeah,
of yeah,
all of
of
us.
all of us.
And we're like, we're going to be in this race next year.
Yeah. Well, and she
And
had
we were.
posted both the
Hmm.
now and then.
Oh,
And that
yeah.
was really cool. Like I was looking at it going like, wow, all of us are here in this picture and now we're all
Hmm.
raced.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Do you have a time goal?
so I did it in 7-Eleven
Yep.
last time. So I want to get down in the sixes.
Me too.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
preferably I'd like to get like, I don't know what, like 40 minutes off, roughly 30 minutes off,
Hmm.
because
Yeah.
if we can like I know the swimming area, it took me roughly like 45 minutes or so, I
Hmm.
think, right?
Yeah.
So if I can get a little bit faster, maybe break 20 minutes there.
Hmm.
I took 12 minutes on both my intervals in
Hmm.
between.
I took a long time on the first interval.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I also think with my cycling, if I cut down, I went so hard in the paint in the very beginning, the way
Mm,
back killed me. And I was
okay.
getting passed
Make it
by
more
everybody,
even.
grandmas, every like it was so bad.
I feel
And
that.
yeah,
That was my weak one, so yeah, I feel
right.
that.
And so then by the time it got to running, my legs were just almost done.
Mhm.
So that's the
So
main
you'll,
thing.
like, have it try to be even throughout? Or
Exactly.
okay.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
want to learn like hopefully learn these skills to be able to save my legs during the swim.
Mhm.
Um and cut a little time off there. I'm definitely going to take the first half out easier
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
save a lot more energy for the last half.
cool.
Yeah. And then
That's a good plan.
hopefully the calves won't lock up too. I'm going to try to stay a little more
Mm,
hydrated because my
mhm.
calves locked up last year on the last 2 miles.
Okay, yeah, that's right, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will need to learn more about bikes because my chain got all tangled up.
Still want to know how that happened.
I know. So that's kind of my another focus area
Okay.
is learning more about bikes, how they work. Because I couldn't untangle it.
Yeah.
I wasn't like I was pulling as hard as I could. So
Hmm.
it's like, what do I do in that situation? So I just
Yeah.
need to learn that because
Well,
that cost me 20 minutes.
I can set that up too. I've got a lot
Hmm.
of friends who are into
Hmm.
bikes. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? And they'd be
right.
happy
For
for us to
sure.
go over their house and they would like my buddy Ryan, I'm sure he's got a whole bike shop in his garage
Yeah,
and we could go over there and he would just show us how to.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be perfect because
Um,
that was 20 minutes. And so I would have finished in 6 hours and 40 minutes.
yeah. That's
Well, I finished at 7 to 4, so 6:44. But
yeah.
yeah, I know. So that's all right. So my goal is 6 hours.
6 hours.
Obviously, I don't. So it would be improving by 40 minutes if I don't have any bike
Right,
issues, but
right,
I
right.
don't know how to fix them.
This.
So
Well,
that's my goal. But if it's under 7 hours, obviously, I will have improved.
yeah,
So
exactly, which is the big thing.
yeah,
Yeah, see, and I think that's great because they do have a lot of people out on the course, but I agree with you. It's better to know kind of what you need to do so you can kind of get
yeah,
it done real quick.
Exactly.
I think that's smart.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. So we've been up to a lot the
Yeah.
last 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's been crazy. I mean, we did, yeah. So, I mean, the Energize Elevate, my
Mm-hmm.
birthday, the half marathon,
You're moving. You got
moving in,
rear-ended.
got rear-ended, not in a good way. No,
Yeah, not in a good
not
way.
in a good way.
Uh,
But the car, everybody seems to be okay. I'm getting everything checked out tomorrow.
yeah. Yeah.
And gonna take the day to kind of recoup too. I'll be excited this we got some new events coming up in February too. You've got that singles event thing coming up, right?
Yeah.
Which will be very exciting.
Right.
I,
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
yeah, I think it's gonna be awesome. It's
Mm-hmm.
a great idea. You, like, all the events you do are great. Um, both of you are gonna execute it really well. I know I'm excited for some rest in February.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Good for you.
yeah. I mean, I'll still be getting after. We'll have our workouts, and
Mm-hmm.
everything like that, and the
Right.
podcasts and everything normal. But just kind of get focused in. I think I want to get, since I'm moving into the new place as well. I think it's always good to set a routine.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because
Mm-hmm.
it's a new fresh start, especially with the new place. If I get into the routine now, I feel like I can continue it going rather than
Mm-hmm.
getting into a bad routine and hoping to adopt a good one later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I've totally done
Exactly.
before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we all have.
Yep. I
Um,
think that's great.
yeah. So I'm very excited about that. I know Lyle's just over the moon
Mm-hmm.
to have his own room
That's so
again.
good.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
awesome. Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be a good thing. You guys will have to stop by, check it out sometime.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of what else. I feel like there was something else to talk about also
Mm-hmm.
on top of all those things. Mm,
I don't know.
yeah. Have you had anything else going on?
I probably have. I've been
So,
working the last
like,
weekends all in January, so I'm actually taking a day off on Thursday. So that's exciting. I had somebody from Energize and Elevate actually. I'll actually give him a quick little shout out because I will be going down there. He offered me a complimentary facial.
oh, that's
I'm gonna make
amazing.
a reel.
Yeah.
But I'll share out his name. I'll share out his name later. I'll pull it up. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm gonna make a reel, promote his business, hopefully send him some people.
That's
So
awesome.
I know, so I'm so excited. And then also I'll get my hair done. So I just took Thursday off.
Mm.
I just I'm not taking any meetings.
So this guy does hair and facials?
No, my hair lady. I have 2
Okay.
appointments.
Nice.
Yeah, on that day. And so I'll just do a self-care day because I really haven't had one since December.
Oh yeah, you need that.
So
Yeah.
no days off.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing. I knew that you've
And I
been busy
like
as
it that
well.
way. I do
Absolutely.
like being busy, and I'm really
Right.
thankful for business because, like, we didn't have any houses closed in December.
Right.
So, like, obviously, that's a month of not having money to pay your bills.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, you're not keeping things rolling.
yeah. So, I mean, that's part of what being an agent is, and like learning how to plan for those months.
Right.
Because anytime there's like an election, something major, people tend to like hold off.
Absolutely.
So even though that had happened in November, people then are waiting for
See what happens.
for January to happen when everything's like official. And so like yeah, November through January on election years are kind of dead because
Yeah.
uncertainty is scary. And so people are like
Absolutely.
just waiting to see what will happen. No matter what side you're on,
Right.
it's still uncertain what's going to happen. So,
Yeah.
so now in January, people are like, okay, like we're good. I know what's going on now.
Right.
Let's get on with life. So I'm really thankful. We have 5 clients under contract right now,
That's awesome.
which is really great because our goal is to sell 2 a month.
Okay.
That pays our
yes.
bills.
So you're way ahead.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's
So
the best.
yeah. So I'm thankful to be so busy.
Right. Well, and busy isn't always a bad thing. Like I agree with you.
Mhm.
Like I love my full days. I
Yeah.
love being able to cut hair. Like on my birthday, I was here cutting hair.
Mm-hmm.
People were like, "You didn't take the day off?" And I'm like, "No, I love my job. Like
Yeah.
I'm literally like when I say I'm living a dream, I don't mean it. I
Yeah.
mean,
Living the dream.
well, when I said I don't mean it,
Oh,
I do mean it is what I meant
He
to
said,
say.
I'm
Yeah.
living a dream. I
Living
don't
a
mean it.
dream. I don't
What
mean
is
it.
going on?
Yeah, you're like,
I
what?
don't know what you're talking about.
But I mean it. I love what I
Yeah.
do. I love barbering.
Mhm.
It is a dream for me. So that's the kind of things that gets me in trouble when I'm arguing with a girl, saying
Yeah.
something
Oh,
backwards like
yeah.
that. That's the
It's like,
worst.
me. No, I don't even love you.
Yeah, and they're like, "What?" And
Wait, what?
I'm like, "What? What do you mean?" And they're like, "Yeah, yeah, I love you." And they're like, "And you just said
That
you
is
don't, though."
not.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Um, but that makes sense. I remember being in sales for a long time as well, and even with barbering, like I saw a little bit of a not backlash, but
hmm
people do wait. They want
Yeah.
to see what's going on.
Right.
I remember being in jewelry sales. It was the same thing as well,
You kind
right?
of don't want to spend a wad of cash when you're not sure what's going to happen in your future.
Yeah, you might need it. That makes sense. I
hmm
totally get that.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. I love to
So,
hear.
yeah,
And
definitely thankful for it.
yeah, it's great to have good like I don't sit well either. We've talked about this. Yeah, yeah.
hmm
So I get that. Like being busy is good.
Yeah.
Um,
And I do perform better when I'm like, I can't get bored,
right.
So it's like even on my day off, that's why I'm putting self-care items on it because it will replenish my battery, but I can't just like sit around and like do nothing. Like,
Yeah,
I have to accomplish something. So
absolutely.
yeah. And I'll be like doing the reel of
Yeah.
that guy. And actually, for my hair appointment, um, it's Solana Bode. I've done a reel with her
Oh,
already, but I'm gonna be putting little free gifts on her desk with my business
nice.
cards.
Smart.
So even that, I'll be able to like promote my business and,
You'll still be
help
working.
like yeah, and I bought one, yeah. And I bought a hoodie from her, which is like literally the
Ooh.
cutest thing ever
Yeah,
with the salon on it. So I'll get
I
that.
love those.
Yeah. So
That's cool.
yeah.
I know my gym came out with a crew and the logo's in black on black. And I
Uh-huh.
was like,
Oh, that's
oh, I
great.
almost bought it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love when a company that you support comes out with good merchandise, right?
I know.
It's like the best.
Yeah, exactly. So
Well, that's pretty cool. So is he an esthetician?
mm, I'm gonna look. I need to. My connection was not great.
No worry.
Yeah. So sweet, like super sweet guy, and he's in Brownsville, so it'd be more for like Albany, Eugene market.
Cool.
But I mean, I go down there.
You're all around.
I
Yeah,
go to
yeah.
Eugene tomorrow for coffee with one of my previous team members.
That's awesome.
He does massage and facials.
That's awesome.
So
Cool.
it's not advertised as esthetician. So
Uh,
I don't I admit I am not familiar with
well, and it's such
that.
a huge world. Even esthetician covers
Yeah.
like so many different things.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can be a
Like Portia
masseuse and
offers
then
a lot. If you go to her website,
yeah.
she's really experienced with a lot of things. So he looks like maybe more niche.
Cool.
And then in Brownsville. So
That'd be
just
awesome.
yeah. Yeah. So I'm super excited. And he was like super sweet. So
That's
yeah.
cool. That'll be really
Mhm.
relaxing and nice.
Yeah.
I need to get a massage as well. I'm gonna go after I get checked out tomorrow. I'm gonna see if
Where do
they'll.
you go?
I don't normally have anywhere. I'm gonna have to find
Want a
somewhere.
couples massage with me?
I mean, I would.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna try to go out there.
absolutely.
No, just kidding. That would
Uh,
not be good.
no. Well, I mean, you would be clothed.
Not me.
No, I mean,
No.
like, well, I just figure like
No,
it's not like
you
you'd
can
be
be good.
staring at it like you. I don't know. I don't know how couples massages work actually.
Mike
So
and I
maybe
did it
I'm
one time.
okay. So
He
yeah, I
didn't
don't.
like it. He thought it was really weird.
Well, what like I just assume you wouldn't even be like someone would be massaging you, someone would be massaging like we wouldn't be looking at each other. Are you looking at each other? Is that
Yeah,
like is that how it
sometimes.
works? I don't know. I don't know how it works. So I just figured maybe you'd be in the same room, you could holler at each other. You
Shaquille
know,
and I do couples ones,
I think
though.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, that's cool. I wasn't coming from a judging point. I was like,
I
not
know.
knowing anything about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
like
good.
because anytime I have had a massage,
hmm
massage.
A
I
massage.
don't know why I said it like that. Uh, it was just like it was great, but and like the people were professional and everything, but like
Yeah.
yeah, you do get on the table and you get under like a blanket,
Right.
right? So
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
I was
For
thinking.
sure.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
everything's like face down.
Yeah.
But I guess like if somebody else was in the room, because usually I was alone,
Yeah.
so that maybe that's the difference. Is that would
Yeah.
make
You're like
that.
very aware of what everything when
Oh,
someone
okay.
else is in the room,
No, that makes
but
sense.
that'd be weird.
Yeah,
But we
that
were laughing about like even how at your birthday party that we don't like hang out a lot outside of
yeah,
the podcast or running.
right. Like we've done
It's not that we don't want
holiday
to, we
events
just
and things
don't.
like that.
Yeah, we've done some holiday, but
Right.
it's rare. It's really only like
Well,
once
it's
every
with
couple
people.
months.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not like we go and sit down together and have dinner together
right.
or something like that. Yeah, because we were
Yeah.
talking about my textures with foods.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is that, and you were like, I don't really know him. And I was like, oh, yeah, we haven't really eaten in front of
Mhm.
each other a lot, have
I
we?
know.
Yeah. That's right. We're always like doing something. Like, there's always a game plan. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's always it was fun to hang out at your birthday because, like, I don't really do that very often
Right.
with you, so it's fun.
Yeah. Because even here, I mean, everything's recorded. We're all going.
Yeah,
Everything.
yeah,
The world's with us.
yeah.
Hello.
It's
Yeah.
fun. It's fun when Freddie can bring Trisha out because I feel
Yes.
like I see him all the time, like, you know,
Yeah, absolutely.
and I like he was at the birthday party.
Hmm.
I buy items from him.
Right.
We'll, go talk about business. So it's fun. Mike, same having Mike out. I mean, it's just
Yes.
great.
It
It was a
was
good
so
time.
good to have everybody out, and Chewy and
Yeah.
his
It's
wife
like we
as
should
well.
do it more often. We don't need like a reason,
Absolutely. No. And
but
she's so funny too, Trisha. She was like, I made the hat, by the way, I'm
oh,
wearing
she
right
made
now.
it?
No, she joked. She's like, I made it
Oh,
myself.
okay. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. She's great.
Yeah. She's hilarious.
Yeah.
Which I love this hat.
She's a good sport. She comes out to things
Hmm.
and she's just a good sport. Like you
Yeah.
can tell that like he's more of the extrovert,
Oh, yeah. He's super extroverted.
but she's like so cool. So it's nice when she comes out.
Right. Agreed.
That's how Mike is. He'd rather be home, but when he gets out, he's like has a good time.
I think that's
He's
how it
glad he
works.
did
Like, you
it.
extroverts just
You
find us
gotta pull your
introverts.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's so funny. I love it. All
awesome.
right. Well, I think that's about it for this
Yeah.
week.
Yeah. Hopefully
Yeah.
our next week is not as eventful.
Yeah.
Well, you'll
Well,
have moved, so you'll be
absolutely.
yeah,
We'll have
and
new
I'll be
tales.
prepping my home for market.
Yeah, because you're moving as well.
February 7th is when it goes live.
That's awesome.
So anyone looking for 4-bed, 3-bath in West Salem.
Yeah. Jordan Hill Real Estate.
Yeah.
That's the one. All right. Well, thank you guys again for joining us at the Real Cut Podcast.
Where we give you our unfiltered take on life.